In this video, we will walk you through the proper installation and test of the USB extension cable for a circuit breaker with an AC Pro 2 retrofit. The USB extension provides a permanent USB connection from the AC Pro 2 to a USB port that is accessible at the front of the cubicle door. Begin by opening the breaker and racking it to the disconnect position. Once that is complete, close the cubicle door and find a suitable location for the USB extension plate. Measure and mark the location of the USB extension plate. We recommend using the USB plate as a template, or locate the mounting holes using measurements as shown. Using a center punch, mark the locations of the mounting holes. Before drilling, protect the breaker from any loose metal shavings. In this case, we used a sheet of paper. Pre-drill the center hole for use with a conduit punch. Drill the two 3/16 inch mounting holes to the left and right of the center hole. Finish the center mounting hole using a 3/4 inch conduit knockout punch. You should now have 3 openings, 2 3/16 inch holes and 1 1-inch hole. Use a deburring tool to remove the burrs along the edges of the holes. You may now attach the USB extension plate to the outside of the cubicle door, using the 832 screws included with the installation kit. Verify that the 1-inch hole provides sufficient clearance for the USB extension port, and be sure to tighten down the screws using a wrench to prevent any unwanted movement. Begin to route the cable. The USB extension plate has a D-shaped hole to keep the outward-facing USB port from rotating. Thread the plastic nut onto the USB port connector, securing it to the door end panel. When wrapping the cable, be sure it does not interfere with the opening or closing of the cubicle door, or with the racking of the breaker. Use adhesive mounting pads to keep the cable in place. In this video, we route the cable alongside the cable for a quick trip switch. A link to an installation video of the quick trip switch can be found in the description below or by clicking the link on screen. Keep the cable in place using cable ties to secure the cable to the mounting pads. We recommend running the cable parallel to the hinge of the door to minimize the chance of pinching the cable and to minimize flexing stress on the cable when the door is opened and closed. Verify that the door opens and closes properly, and when you are satisfied with the cable placement, cut off the zip tie tails. The USB extension cable should be tested before the breaker is placed in service. There are 2 basic ways to test the USB extension cable. The first method is to connect a laptop computer to the AC Pro 2 trip unit using the USB extension cable. Before beginning this step, be sure you have downloaded and installed the free InfoPro AC application from the Utility Relay website. A link can be found in the video description below. The AC Pro 2 is powered by the 5 volts from the laptop USB connection. To verify the cable is working properly, start the InfoPro AC application and download the AC Pro 2 settings. This can be found by going to the Settings tab along the right side of the program. While in the Settings tab, click the blue arrow icon to download the settings and data. This verifies that the USB extension cable is okay. The second method to verify the proper operation of the USB extension cable is by using the Safety Trip remote trip device. The breaker should be closed and in the test position for this method. Once the breaker is closed and in the test position, connect the Safety Trip USB cable to the USB extension port. Step back away from the front of the breaker to safely continue this portion of the test. Push the On button on the Safety Trip. The Battery OK LED should be on. If not, replace the 9-volt battery. Wait for the Ready LED to turn on. This means that the Safety Trip and the AC Pro 2 are communicating with each other over the USB connection. Simultaneously push both trip buttons. The breaker will trip. This verifies that the USB extension cable is okay and working properly. The breaker can now be put back into service. For more information and updates on Utility Relay and our products, follow us on social media or visit us on our website at utilityrelay.com.